This movie has a really important message and warning, and I could see another Toy Story movie down the line. Here's my review of Toy Story 5. I originally thought that they should have just ended the Toy Story franchise with 3. And I still maybe think that, but my mind has maybe shifted slightly. 4 was okay. And honestly, I'm glad we got 5. They could have done with 4. They could have done Woody or something like that instead of just Toy Story, because that's really what it was. But I'm kind of glad we got 5. I enjoyed it. When I heard they were coming out with a 5th installment, I was nervous until I heard the topic. You know, the toys trying to save Bonnie from technology that is making her and the other kids grow up faster with complicating emotions and making it harder for them to make friends. I was like, no, this I can get behind this. This is really relevant technology. Now, I'm pretty sure this movie doesn't take place today. I think it takes place in the 2010s because it kind of leaves right off of 3, then 4, then 5. So I think probably a couple years after. So it's 2010s. It's not current day 2026. I thought the movie was good. It wasn't amazing and definitely was not as good as the first 3. But those are absolutely amazing movies. So that's kind of hard to do. I did enjoy the shift of making Jesse the main toy. And to me, there's kind of makes sense. With 4, we kind of wrapping up Woody's story. You know, Buzz has always been a secondary. You could make it him. But Jesse, it just makes sense. Jesse, we've kind of seen her build her roll up a little bit. And Bonnie's a girl. She's a girl. It just kind of makes sense. I don't like the whole subplot of Buzz and Woody competing. I know it's more of like nuance and not actually serious. That it's kind of just them like a little friendly banter, kind of just how it was in the first one, and they're not really being. It's not really a full thing to be taken serious, and I kind of wish Woody wasn't in the movie. Maybe not entirely. I mean, I thought in number 4, you know, they were writing him off and they were steering away from him, going in a different direction with the other toys. And I kind of wish they just left it with the new group of toys because they added some toys. You know, Bonnie already had some toys, this and that, and making Bonnie the focus. And it kind of felt like Woody did nothing. Right? It kind of just felt like Woody was there to be there. So I really wish Woody either wasn't in the movie or came later in the movie and actually had like a genuine impact. Like maybe 3/4 in the movie, they run into Woody or Woody helps them. Maybe when they're Woody pulls up and helps them, you know, get lily pad from the truck or something like that. Because he's, you know, experienced rescuing toys, so maybe he rescues there. Just not the whole movie. This movie focused way more on Bonnie than any of the other movies focused on Andy. Andy was always like an underlying motive to the story and to the toys and stuff like that, but he was never in the forefront like Bonnie was in this movie. I kind of like the change, but it's different, right? It's different. The other toys seem to be taken out of the movie. I mean, they were literally shoved in a box. And in the first three movies, they were all really important to the story. I can't remember four that much. But they were all really important to the story and mattered a lot. That's what made those movies so magical. It's like, look at all these toys, they all matter. Even though Woody was still the focus, I know you add more toys, it's harder, and you're adding this technology. But it was just the main toys, like just Bonnie, Woody, and Buzz, and the horse. Sorry, forgot your name. The other toys, irrelevant. The topic of this movie is pretty serious. It's a good message. With technology aging kids faster and faster, I thought they handled it pretty well by showing the dangers of it. Thankfully, Bonnie didn't run into any creepy pedophiles, but they also showed the good. And I thought it was how, technology can also help you connect. It's not all bad. And I thought it was unique how the toys were helping Bonnie find a friend. Because Andy, we see, he already had friends. But Bonnie struggled to connect with friends. Part of that being the technology, and she felt pressure. They don't play with toys. I don't want to play with toys. But I like how we got to see a friend. And we got to see multiple kids, 2 kids, interact with the toys. I thought that was cool. I think Bonnie having a friend is something, they could do something with that in the next installment, where they have some kind of fight or something, and the toys have to try to bring them back together and fix their relationship. Where, because they do seem to be focusing more on Bonnie than they have with Andy, having Bonnie be a bigger part, so they could do that. I think that would be cool. We already seen them interact, have, I don't know, bring up something. Maybe another friend, jealousy or something, I don't know. And you could do a mirror with the toys, maybe Jesse and Buzz get into some kind of argument or something, or the toys split in 2 different sides and they create a political party system, and instead of trying to figure out a solution to everything, their main focus is defeating the other instead of really helping all the toys entirely. I don't know, they could do something with that. Now it is time for the rating. I gotta pull up Woody for this. Sorry, Woody, I was dogging on you for being in this movie, dude. Okay, here is our rating. 6.5 out of 10. It was good. It was enjoyable. Good message. I just think there wasn't the same magic. It was just missing some things. There was some useless subplots with kind of Buzz and Woody. I felt like there wasn't enough weight with that. It wasn't super funny either as the other ones. But overall, it's a pretty good movie, that has heavy real topics and could set up another movie, but it lacks some of the beauty and magic of the first 3. Alrighty, that was my review of Toy Story 5. I hope you have a good one. I'll see you later.